Ladies, ladies, gather round, gather round. You looking for a man? You want him to fall in love with you? I have the solution for you right here. Now all you have to do is just cook him a meal. Doesn't matter how foul it is or how good it is. All you have to do is sprinkle a little bit of this and he will fall in love with you forever. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kopana Shimange and this is how I do things. The show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can use it as advice. Take it, don't take it, use it, don't use it. It is completely up to you. Now in today's show, there's a lady who inboxed me and said, listen, me in the kitchen don't meet. Things just go wrong when I'm in there. I don't know what happens. I get inside, I've got all the good intentions, I've prayed, I come out, disaster. Now, I don't need to brag. I don't need to blow my own vuvuzela, but me in the kitchen, darling. Me and the kitchen, I'm in there like swimwear. My food turns out pretty good. I may be a vegetarian, but get me to cook you some meat, darling. It's going to be the best you've ever tasted. My food has soul, it's got heart, and it's got sprinkles of love every single time. Now, how do I make that happen? On top of that, I also don't have time, guys. Honestly, time is very little. Man, baby, business, work, there's a lot of stuff that I have to do. I can't be in the kitchen all day, but that doesn't mean that we starve. I love cooking, but I have my ways and I have my tools that make it super easy for me to get some good food going, while at the same time, I don't have to spend my entire day just cooking. These are a list of things that I use in my kitchen. They help me to look like a good cook, while at the same time, I don't have to spend that much time in the kitchen. Now, if you want to send me your questions or your scenarios about anything that has to do with being a woman, being mama, being Mrs., and being a boss, then send them through to @KopanaShimange on Instagram. Look for this picture right here on my Insta story highlights. Click on the little pink button or reply and let me know what scenario or question you are dying to ask me, and I'll create a video on it soon. Okay, so there are 5 things that I have in the kitchen that make me look like I am master chef, okay? I'm not the best chef, but my food is really good majority of the time. Yes, now and again, I might just bend something. I'm human. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but these things make my life 10 times easier. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite things using Yappy Chef. I am now addicted to Yappy Chef. This is not a sponsored ad. This is not a sponsored video. I just love cooking and finding things on Yappy Chef. So I'm going to use that as an example on my phone over here to let you guys know where you can find it and what exactly you need to look for. So my number 1 is pots. Obvious. You need pots to cook, right? But you don't just need any pots. Leave me in a kitchen with just these 2 pots and leave me there for a year, a full year with just these 2 pots. Every single time I'll be making meals for you. Meals, honey. Meals on levels. Even on Sundays, 7 colors, 2 pots. I promise you, this is what you need. You need a non-stick pan. Not a small one. A nice sizable non-stick pan. Stop getting these pans that you don't know whether it's non-stick or it's not. Non-stick pan, and I'll tell you why, right? Your food ain't gonna stick to the bottom of the pan, so cleaning is going to be easier. Number 2, you're not gonna burn as much as you're going to. It's going to cook your food faster and you're going to have less oil, right? When you're cooking with something that has a sticky bottom, you are going to be cooking at a lower heat. You're also going to be using more oil, and the possibility of you actually burning your food is much higher. Have you ever tried to fry rice? Fry cooked rice? Have you ever tried to do that in a non-stick pot? Try it. You'll see how much it sticks. When you have a non-stick pan, it means that you can fry whatever it is that you want to fry. You can even do it without the oil. It will happen faster, it will look much better, and you can actually crisp your food inside the pan without burning your food. Now, if you're not going to get it from Yappy Chef, I actually like to go to Verimark. The Bauer range of pans is not a lie. I know we've seen all of the commercials. I know some of us are traumatized from our childhood when we were at home and TV could only show us Verimark. But honestly, Bauer has some really good pans. They've got a good warranty and you can get it recoated. Non-stick pans save my life. The second type that you need to have is a stainless steel casserole pot. Don't let people lie to you about the pots that you guys are buying. You need to invest a good amount of money for this. So you're going to start at about 1,000 Rand just for this one pan, or actually this one pot. I know you're just like, yo, darling, that much just for one pot. Look, I can do anything to this pot. I can use my forks, I can use a sieve, I can do anything to this pot and it comes out still looking spick and span. My favorite is the La Crusette one, and it actually is such a good pan. It is a good pot and I cook almost anything and everything with it. It's got measurements on the inside. It lets me cook the way I want to cook, and I use a medium size one. I promise you, leave me in the kitchen with just these two pans, this pot and this pan, every single night. I'll give you variety. Number 2 is a handheld mixer set. Now these start at about 300 Rand if you're going to your clicks. You can also get them at Yappy Chef as well. These are a set, so it comes with 3 different things that will make your life 10 times easier. The first is a mixer. This can also be used to chop. Remember those adverts? Chop, 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 chop. A lot of women just spend their lives just doing that. Chop, 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 chop. Onion. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Carrot. Chop, 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 chop. Green pepper. Chop, 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 chop. Mushrooms. Chop, 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 chop. Already you've chopped all of those things. 20 minutes has already gone by. Your life is wasted on chopping. We don't have to do that anymore. The struggle is over. We have been liberated. Get yourself a chopper, right? The mixer can also be used as a chopper. So you have the little compartment at the bottom, you have a handheld, so the machine is at the bottom, you attach it to a little bowl with blades in it, you put your onions in there, chi-chi, done. Literally, that's how fast it is. Chi-chi, onions done, mushrooms, chi, done. Green pepper, you might want it to be a bit thinner, so chi-chi-chi. Hey, I'm not lying to you. You get that thing, your chopping game is done. You are going to be chopping in 2 minutes flat. All the things you need to chop, done. The second thing that it actually has with it is also your blender. So this is for your soups. You can get in, chop all the things for your soup, leave them there for about an hour, come back, zrrr, and your soup is done. Gourmet soup, your butternut soup, perfect every single time. Your hearty soups, perfect every single time. Get yourself one of these. I promise you, you will not regret it. Having these as part of your arsenal makes your life faster. We don't have the time no more, but we don't want to look like we don't want to cook, right? Some of us actually enjoy cooking. So you don't want to be there all day chopping. Don't want to be there all day mixing. Don't want to be there just mashing things manually. Don't do that. Number 3 is a stoneware dish. Have you ever seen those things that people, they put their chicken in it, they put the onions, they season it, and then they hoy it in the oven, and then they take it out and take the exact same thing and they put it on the table? That's why you want yourself a stoneware dish. Your lasagnas, your roasts, whatever it is that you're making in the oven, you want a stoneware dish because you can oven it as well as serve in it. Cuts the time that you need and cuts the utensils that you need. My trick for being a good cook, cooking really hearty meals that take a lot of time to cook with half the effort, is putting it in the oven. Here's the thing about putting things in the oven. You want your mixed veg roast, you chop, 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 you put it in there and you leave it for about 45 minutes. You come back and it looks like you've put in all this time into cooking this amazing roast. And in actual fact, you didn't. You only took about 10 minutes to prepare and you put it away. That, my favorite go-to when I have no time, is to put something in the oven. And to do that, you want a really good stoneware dish. Gone are the days when now you uberigisa pani. You don't have to use a pan, all right? The oven pan, don't do that. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to move that from there, from the dish, the pan that you were using in the oven, to another dish that you're gonna serve in. But when you have a stoneware dish, it looks good. So it comes in different colors, you're black, you can go for a traditional white, you can go for the reds, whatever it is that you want to use, and it looks good. So you can cook in that, as well as the fact that using stoneware, it's almost like an oven inside an oven. So it cooks uniformly around the thing that you're cooking. It will make sure that the heat penetrates nicely all around the thing that you're cooking. It makes it easier and faster to roast whatever it is that you're roasting inside this stoneware dish. And on top of that, you decrease your chance of burning your food. When we are trying to rush, we don't want to burn our food. We turn the heat up, but we don't want to burn. So using a stoneware dish means that you can hoy whatever it is that you want to hoy inside. You can do your pastas. You can actually do a whole pasta dish inside a stoneware dish. You put your lasagna, you put your pasta, you put your different types of veggies with a little bit of vegetable stock. You put it in the oven and voila. A few minutes later, you literally have a full pasta cooked and done for you, and you didn't have to take out a pan. Number 4 is something I'm still on the market for. It's a slow cooker. Oh, slow cooker, my darling. Have you ever thought and wondered to yourself, how much time do these people have to cook oxtail? Let me tell you something. You want to get yourself a slow cooker or a pressure cooker, right? These are things that you prepare the food, you hoy net inside, go to work, or you go wherever you need to go, and you come back and it's done. I've literally seen this happen before. You have your slow cooker, you have the veggies that you want to cook for the night time, you put your butternut in there, put it in the slow cooker, have the timer, go do whatever it is that you need to do for 4 hours or whatever it is. You come back and voila, you've got a meal done for you. Slow cookers, you see, good meals, the ones that have got the heart, that have got the soul, they take time to cook. But we haven't got time to be stirring and checking on our food every 10 minutes. We don't have time for that. We need to work. We need to wash the baby. We need to be with our man. We need to go stroke something. Whatever it is that you're doing, having a slow cooker means that you can put whatever it is that you want to cook in there, and it will put the heart in for you. It's, oh, don't tell the guys that we do this, okay? Don't tell the men. They will catch us out. But the slow cooker puts the heart in for you. Just the same way that the stoneware dish does. You prepare, you hoy, and you go. Come back an hour or two later, you pull out, le voila, I'm a chef, I'm tops, I feed you, you love me. Number 5, and my favorite one in this whole list, I always leave the best for last, a spatula spoon. I mean, it just sounds so good, a spatula spoon. I have a rose gold spatula spoon that I actually got from at home. I love the spatula spoon. A spatula spoon, it's a spatula, so you're doing your eggs, right? But it's not wide enough for you to take your eggs and scoop them out, because it's half a spatula. And then it's a spoon, you're mixing things. It literally picks up every little piece of food on the plate and just lifts it up. And it's not a spoon because it's not deep enough to scoop anything out. It's got the qualities of a spoon, so you can stir. It's got the qualities of a spatula because you can lift and flip. But it's not a spatula and it's not a spoon. It's a spatula spoon. Oh, I love this thing. I bake with it, I cook with it, I make eggs with it, I make stews with it, I make everything with a spatula spoon. Whoever decided to create a spatula spoon has saved my life. They love me personally. A spatula spoon is what you need. If you told me that I could only cook with one thing, I'd take a spatula spoon and say, try me. Just test me with a spatula spoon. Just see the meals that come out with a spatula spoon. I tell you right now, that is all you need. You see, if you leave me in a kitchen with these things, my 2 pans, my pot and my pan, my slow cooker, my oven dish, and my spatula spoon, and my slow cooker, you've got a year of good food. And you'll be surprised, because somehow you'll be like, how do you get the time to make this oxtail dish? But you're in the office working. How do you get the time to make this lamb shank? How do you get the time to make this lasagna? I will make you dishes. To bring this all together, get a Pinterest account. There's so many people in this world that have got the time and the energy to write recipes for people like you and me, and follow the instructions. They will tell you exactly what to do, and you need the right things to make that work for you. All right, you lazy cooks, having these things will literally make your life so much easier. All you need is 30 minutes and a Pinterest recipe and you're good to go. I promise you, every single time. It will mean 10 minutes, 20 minutes of preparation time, and then vava, you've got a meal. Vava, 7 colors. And people will be asking themselves, how does this person do that? You wake up in the morning on a Sunday, you just chop, 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 put together, pour in the oven, come 2 p.m, spread. So people can think this person, Hashem, every single time she gets into the kitchen, fire. This is all you need. I promise you, having these things in your kitchen literally makes your life 10 times easier and makes it look like you're a good cook. These are the secrets that we share between each other as women. You don't have to know it all. You just need the tools and the toys and Pinterest. You'll be fine. That's all that I have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. So whether you are a lady who has to cook for the house, or you live by yourself and you're just like, I deserve to eat well, this is all you need to be the gourmet chef that you deserve, honey. Now comment down below and let me know if you have any of these appliances, or if you've used something that you know has revolutionized your kitchen life. And if you want more videos like this, give me a big thumbs up. But until next time, good people, I'm Kopana Shimange, and this is How I Do Things. Now I've learned over time that having confidence has completely changed my life. Having the confidence to walk up to the person you need to walk up to call the person you need to call, to send that email or post that picture has completely revolutionized the way that I do things. I live full experiences and I know that I can go after the opportunities that I want to go after. Now, if you want to find a way to build your confidence and fulfill the experiences that you want to fulfill for yourself, then head over to my website, www.kopanashimange.com, to download my new ebook, which is completely free, on the 7 hacks to building your confidence.